Welcome to the action right here on Paradox. It's Joe Galley on the call for you. We are coming to you coast to coast and around the globe on Anthem and also on the Dog Pound Championship Wrestling YouTube channel. Our opening contest here is the junior heavyweight Sebastian St. James taking on the Oklahoma Strangler, who is one of the original members of Brandon McCord's collection. His manager, Brandon McCord, on the outside. And Strangler, every time that I see him, just seems to get more and more dangerous. Perhaps that coaching, that mentorship from Brandon McCord is certainly paying off for the Strangler as the Golden Boy, attempting the headlock takeover and gets it with a little added momentum, takes down Strangler. Dog Pound Championship Wrestling has several events happening throughout the San Antonio area. We want to make sure that you're following us throughout our social media. You can get your tickets early. So make sure you're following Dog Pound Championship Wrestling on social media. And, of course, many of these athletes here in NWA Texas are featured on NWA Power programming, and we are moving NWA Power to Comet. It's a local TV station you can get over the air in San Antonio and throughout the country. Head to comettv.com for local listings. You can also stream the show there. If you're watching in San Antonio, new episodes of Power, speaking of Power, what a clothesline there. New episodes of Power come every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central. Now, all eyes on this big scoop and a slam as Brandon McCord doing some jaw jacking with the crowd here at Big's Burger Joint. We'll be back at Big's Burger Joint this Sunday, featuring NWA stars Brian Idol, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, Brandon McCord, and myself will be there as well. And you can see the intensity of the pounding from the Oklahoma Strangler. Hooks that outside leg. And look at that. You're actually getting quite an earful from his manager. Well, actually, I was yelling at the referee. I mean, Brandon does so much yelling, I don't really know exactly who he's yelling at. He's just perpetually in a state of loudness as the Oklahoma Strangler tries to wear down the Golden Boy, Sebastian St. James. Don't forget, folks, in our main event, the NWA Texas Heavyweight Championship will be defended in a triple threat match. Jay Davis, Jose Burgos challenging Izzy James, our current champion. Izzy James will be in action on those episodes of NWA Power on Comet TV as part of the Crockett Cup Tag Team Tournament with his partner Bam Bam Malone, the NWA Texas TSW Heavyweight Champion. Once again, that'll be available starting May 1st, which is Friday, with a debut episode at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central. And our regular time slot for NWA Power will be 3 o'clock Central on Comet. And boy, oh boy, Strangler ringing the bell of Sebastian St. James. Avalanche in the corner, using that size to his advantage as he's been doing throughout this entire contest. Up and over the top. Strangler pumping the brakes. Smart move there. Strangler, boom! Big splash from the middle rope into the cover. Shoulders are down and kick out by Sebastian. Shows a lot of grit and tenacity by the young Golden Boy here in this match. Strangler looking perhaps for that Oklahoma Stampede. Going into the corner, but a smart move there by St. James, able to sidestep, and once again, St. James just trying to be one step ahead, comes in, takes down the Strangler. St. James, boom, missile drop kick, sends Strangler into the corner. Rising knee strike in the corner. And the junior heavyweight starting to take over in this matchup now. Over out onto the apron. Shot to the gut. St. James with a momentary hesitation trying to figure out the best angle of the attack and nails him. Forearm to the face. Will that be enough? Hook in the leg. Kick out by Strangler. And Sebastian feeding off the energy here at Big's Burger Joint. And McCord, the referee didn't see it, pulling at the ankles. Down goes St. James. Referee was checking on Oklahoma Strangler. And just bullied into the corner. Picked up. This is what Strangler was looking for before. Where we see it, shades of Dr. Death Steve Williams. Bam! And that stampede ran wild right here on Paradox for a big-time victory for the Strangler and for Brandon McCord and his collection. We've got to take a quick break. Now a word from our sponsor.
Sweetheart, I got dinner.
Do it! Make history! He did it!
Coach always said, you want to be a winner, you gotta fuel your body like a winner. Eat like a champion with Texas Chili Company. Available at Walmart.
Introducing first, the dark horse, Fonseca.
We got some international appeal here on Paradox. Ray Fonseca, the Attitude Wrestling Academy Showdown Champion, making an appearance here in a non-title matchup here in San Antonio. I tell you, NWA Texas really does bring in some of the best from around the world.
And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas, God's gift, Maton.
But we've got a local hero right here in El Maton. What a powerhouse. Incredible size. And quite agile for a man of that size as well. So we got two heavyweights in this match right here. El Maton, as you heard from our ring announcer, from San Antonio, has quite the fan following and really a homegrown wrestler here at Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. Student of the game from Rodney Mack and Jazz over at the Dog Pound Championship Wrestling Training Academy. Where my dogs at? Oh, and the mind games to start things out here as Fonseca. Whoa, look at that. Maton, I believe, has a bit of an advantage here. And the slugfest is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Not surprised at all. And you could hear the sound of these big boys running these ropes. What a clothesline. Maton standing tall. Ducks the punch. Big shoulder tackle. Takes down Fonseca. Fonseca looking for a little bit of a break. You can see that AWA Wrestling Championship in the corner. Once again, non-title matchup. As Maton pulling at the hair. Snapped on the top rope. Smart move there by Fonseca. Furiously going after the back of Maton. Maton trying to fight back from underneath. Fonseca dragging Maton to the middle rope. And look at all that weight, all that pressure onto the throat of Maton. Trying to keep the big man from breathing. Maton sent into the ropes. Taken down with a clothesline. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday we are returning to Big's Burger Joint. Tickets and information at NWALiveEvents.com. I hope to see you all there. As Fonseca misses the elbow drop, Maton Perhaps looking to change the momentum of the match. Gets to his feet first. Maton blocks the punch. Right hand of his own. Backing Fonseca into the ropes. Maton with a massive clothesline. Down goes Fonseca for a second time. Maton, wow, look at the power, look at the strength. Boom! Down goes Fonseca, into the cover, shoulders down, and a kick out. You got to be one heck of a powerhouse to get Fonseca off of his feet. And looks like Maton's going to go for it again, up onto the shoulders. And look at Maton. Raw power, Fonseca fighting. Back elbows, able to land on his feet. Maton comes off the ropes, eats a nasty spear. What an immediate kick out. An immediate kick out by Maton. This deep into the match. Now that is impressive. Fonseca full head of steam, crashing into the turnbuckles. Maton is there, picking up Fonseca with incredible ease. Bam! What a slam into the cover. And we got a winner.
Here's your winner, God's gift, El Maton.
We'll be right back.
Making her way to the ring, Morgan Mercy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got action in our NWA Texas women's division. And before we go any further, I do have to say, those seminars, those clinics that are held by Dog Pound Championship Wrestling are so great for anybody looking to be a star in professional wrestling, in particularly in the National Wrestling Alliance. Highly recommended. If you are watching this and you want to be a star in pro wrestling, you got to come check out that clinic. That's happening this Sunday, right before the show. So if you're just a fan of wrestling, come out and enjoy the show later. Lots going on here at NWA Texas.
And her opponent, Tracy Taylor.
Tracy Taylor, what a consummate professional, incredible veteran of the sport of professional wrestling. Coming to us from Honolulu, Hawaii. We got a lot of island representation on this episode of Paradox, from Puerto Rico to Hawaii. Shows how vast America can be. That's right, Puerto Rico is America, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know. And Morgan Mercy has an incredible opportunity coming up on NWA Power. She has qualified to be a part of the 2026 Burke Invitational Gauntlet. Winner of that match gets a title shot for the NWA World Women's Championship, currently held by Natalia Markova. So Morgan Mercy will be representing NWA Texas in that matchup on that episode of NWA Power, coming your way on Comet TV, Saturdays, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Go to comettv.com to see where you can watch it. You could also actually stream the shows there at comettv.com internationally, anywhere in the world. Collar elbow tie up. Morgan Mercy's got to have the advantage here with the size. Could be pulling at the hair a little bit, too. Nothing surprises me from Morgan Mercy.
Come on. Yeah, they don't even think you're going to win.
What's her name? What's her name?
What's my name?
Her
You're
name.
going to learn. You're
Oh,
gonna
boy.
learn her name. You're going to learn mine.
What's her name?
Your hairline is eating.
And Morgan Mercy might be making a mistake there. A little bit too much jaw-jacking with the crowd here. As Tracy Taylor trying to dig down deep and probably use a lower center of gravity to try to get an advantage, but Morgan just so powerful. Has Taylor up against the ropes into a side headlock. Oh, Tracy slipping the arm through. Veteran maneuver there. Better positioning. Ends up with a shoulder tackle. Both women staying on their feet. Boom. Morgan again. Really frustrated in this match, not only with the crowd, but also with Tracy, who goes down after the shoulder tackle. But both women colliding hard. Center of the ring. Tracy backed into the corner once again. Candice Harding right there with the count. Morgan getting backed up. Sidestep, Tracy. Oh, trying to use the ropes, get a little added advantage for a schoolgirl. Morgan missing with a stomp. Missing with a double stomp. Might have tweaked her knee there. Tracy perhaps was looking for a flatliner. Morgan was able to counter, drop toe hold by the veteran. Oh, trapping the legs here. Those massive legs. It's Morgan able to fight out. As Morgan Mercy. Wow, just raw power. Not pretty, but certainly effective. European-style uppercut to Tracy. And more incredible action in our women's division coming your way this Sunday. Big's Burger Joint. Tickets and information across Dog Pound Championship Wrestling social media. I hope to see you all there. La Princesa Tiffany Nieves will be in action. Morgan Mercy's really been in control for the vast majority of this matchup here. Tracy's got to dig down deep, try to find a way, change the momentum, but gets shut down. As Morgan gets Tracy up onto the shoulders. Morgan transitioning out. Boom! Into the sidewalk slam. What a move that was. And Tracy's still able to kick out. Hats off to Tracy for staying alive after a massive slam like that, as Morgan, again, has just been red hot this entire matchup. And now into the sleeper hold, a very dominant position here by Morgan. Using her size, using her weight, applying all the pressure to the carotid arteries, trying to shut down the blood supply to the brain. But Tracy feeding off this crowd here at Big's Burger Joint. Always rambunctious crowd. Morgan pulling at the hair once again and immediately back into a submission hold. Kind of a version of the crossface chicken wing. Shout out to Bob Backlund on that one. Sort of an innovative submission, or a technical submission, I should say, for Morgan Mercy. He's usually more of a brutal brawler. Interesting to see this added into the repertoire of Morgan. Tracy shots to the midsection, trying to get some separation, and does. Comes off the ropes, looking for added momentum, but gets caught. STO, down goes Tracy. Morgan's calling for the end here, looking for a senton. No water in the pool, crash and burn. Into the corner, eats a boot. Back elbow. Kick to the gut. Flurry of offense by the veteran. A nasty headbutt. Down goes Morgan. Tracy knows. Got to drag her. Oh, didn't even try to drag away from the ropes. Did isolate the arm, though. 2 count. Well, again, going for that leg submission, perhaps going for the surfboard, looking to hang 10 on Morgan Mercy, who is a tsunami of an individual. Tons of destructive force, but if you could take the legs out of the powerhouse. She's got the legs trapped, and there comes the boot. And we're hanging 10, ladies and gentlemen. We are into the blue crush, into the curl. How long will this ride last before we reach the shore? As Morgan, with the fingertip, one finger, reaches the ropes and gets the break. Perhaps enough damage was done. See, Morgan obviously has some issues with that knee now, but a nasty headbutt to the jaw. As Morgan has TT up. Perhaps was looking again for that sidewalk slam. Tracy had it scouted, able to block the boot. Looking for the schoolgirl, got the roll-up, shoulders are down, and did it!
Here's your winner, Tracy Taylor.
What a big-time victory for Tracy Taylor here on Paradox. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's our main event, triple threat matchup for the NWA Texas Championship. It's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. The NWA Texas title is on the line, and Izzy James in a very precarious position here in this triple threat matchup. Mathematically only has a 33% chance of retaining the title, and going up against a powerhouse like Jay Davis and a technician like Jose Burgos. It's going to be real difficult for the Gutter Snake. And here comes our second challenger. Jose feeling it. Knows the gravity of this situation. You don't get shots at the NWA Texas Championship every day. And of course, being the main event here on Paradox. And here comes the champion. Izzy James, as I mentioned before, will be in action on NWA Power Programming as part of the Crockett Cup Tag Team Tournament with his tag team partner Bam Bam Malone, the team of Sins and Grins. You can catch that on NWA Power exclusively on Comet. Head to CometTV.com. For your local listings. You could also stream it right there, 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, every Saturday. With a big debut this Friday after Star Trek Into Darkness. That'll be about 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Introducing first the challengers. First, the Rottweiler, Jay Davis. And their opponent, El Cañón, Jose Burgos. And their opponent, the reigning, defending NWA Texas champion, the Gutter Snake, Izzy James.
Izzy James not afraid to take the fight to anyone and everyone. Recently returning from a tour of Japan, defending the NWA Texas Championship in the land of the rising sun, right back here in San Antonio, Texas. A championship that has a lineage that dates back before the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance, actually dates back to the 1930s. Texas-style wrestling, always so important to the history, legacy, and tradition of professional wrestling as we see it today. Here we go. Bell has rung, and let's rock and roll. Main event here on Paradox. Once again, we're having a big show this Sunday. We hope to see you at our home base of Big's Burger Joint. And, of course, we do have that training seminar as well, so if you are an up-and-coming wrestler or even a veteran wrestler and you want to have a shot at wrestling in NWA Texas or across our NWA territories, that is a great seminar to be a part of. I believe we are focusing on tag team wrestling. And I don't know if there's going to be a lot of tag team cohesion in this triple threat matchup. Got a lot of combustible personalities here, but look at that side of sportsmanship between Burgos and Izzy James. As the Rottweiler digs down deep and puts those shoulders to work into the midsection of the champion. It just gets bullied out of the way by Davis. No relation to Kyle Davis. Ring announcer over at NWA. It's Jose, heavy right hands. Comes off the ropes, eats a nasty clothesline. I like what we see from the Rottweiler, but a step-up enziguri by the champion. Found an opportunity, took full advantage of it. Went for the shoulder tackle. Great agility on display by Burgos. Step-up enziguri of his own in the corner. Repeats it, left and right leg, a little ambidextrous when it comes to the kicks from Burgos. And a missile drop kick, both feet right into the face of Izzy James. Burgos is en fuego in the early goings of this matchup here. Ducks the clothesline, coming off the ropes. Quesadora rolls through, beautiful arm drag. Izzy James might actually, he's favoring that left leg, might have had some damage early on. Head scissors takes down the champion. Burgos coming in. Splash, but was stopped by the Rottweiler as Davis just mauling the other challenger in this matchup here. Sent into the ropes. Burgos pumps the brakes. Sidesteps, but gets taken down with a shoulder. As Davis and Izzy trying to recover out on the stage. And, of course, such a chaotic matchup is a triple threat. One fall to a finish. But it has to happen inside the ring, pinfall or submission. Davis exploding with a belly-to-belly suplex. As Izzy, the veteran, once again trying to find an opportunity as Davis was distracted. Went with the axe handle, was blocked, and another belly-to-belly suplex with the release. And you hear the dogs barking here at Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. Emphatic chop to the chest, driving the wind out of the lungs of Izzy James. European-style uppercut. That's what I like about Jay Davis. Everything he does is methodical, with purpose, and with intensity. Clubbing blow to the back on the champion. Now going after that leg. Perhaps he saw what I saw earlier. Izzy James favoring that left leg. All the weight crashing to the side of the knee. And Burgos answering back with a chop of his own. Sends Davis into the corner. Chop to the chest again. And of course, this crowd here at Big's Burger Joint is loving it. Overhand chops now. Full head of steam. Splash in the corner, but caught. And again, Davis, wow, just launched him into next week with that belly-to-belly. And look for a pinfall victory here. Once again, one fall to a finish. Izzy James could lose that championship without even being pinned. Single leg takedown. And again, Davis going after that leg with an ankle lock. Izzy up to 1 foot. Rolls through, trying to get some separation. Heel kick to the jaw. Steps up with another kick. Izzy James has awfully lethal feet, but I don't even know if he's going to be able to keep his weight on that left leg. If he doesn't have enough power in those legs, he won't be able to deliver that devastating snake bite finishing maneuver that he used to win the NWA Texas Championship and several victories defending that championship. Of course, as I mentioned before, abroad in the land of the rising sun. Oh, and look at that, Izzy just collapsing under his own weight. And Davis, like a shark that smells blood in the water, going right after a potential injury here. As Davis trying to isolate the champion, sees that one man is injured, and I think it'd be even more satisfying to win this triple threat matchup by beating the champion himself. Really solidifying that there's no doubt that you deserve to be the NWA Texas champion. Is scooping a slam on the leg. And I saw when Burgos came down on that knee, there was some hyperextension with that left leg. And you're Izzy James, into a cover now. 2 count. If you're Izzy James, you got to think not only about winning this match, but also your career at this point. A knee injury like that, I mean, I tell you, that could put you on the shelf for weeks, months, or even end your career. As Izzy James, shots to the gut. And another European uppercut by Jay Davis, who has taken control of this matchup once again. He's doing a great job isolating each individual as Burgos perhaps was given enough time to recover. Firing off some right hands. Eats a knee to the gut, courtesy of Davis. Another big European uppercut by Davis as Izzy James rolling elbow into the face. I tell you, those European uppercuts by Davis are just nasty. As Burgos, look at this. Perhaps was looking for a little cooperation here. Boom! Got a 2-for-1 special DDT and a drop kick. And all 3 men are down as we are getting into the deep water of this main event matchup here on Paradox. And once again, we want to see you this Sunday at Big's Burger Joint. Tickets still available. You can buy your tickets at the door if you like. And of course, there's still availability for the training seminar where you learn from the greats like Rodney Mack and many other stars of the National Wrestling Alliance as well. Davis sent over the top rope. Ooh, he took a nasty fall shoulder first onto the wood stage. And Izzy James trying to shake off the pain. And that left leg gets sent over the top onto Davis. And Burgos sees a huge opportunity to take out both opponents all the way to the top rope. This is the danger zone for sure. What elevation! A beautiful cross body takes down James, takes down Davis. Burgos picks James. Sends him over the top rope, and Burgos showing he's very effective at flying all the way to the top rope. Looking to win it right here. Frog splash connects, center of the ring, hooks the leg. New champ, no! Kick out by Izzy, but immediately into the ankle lock by Davis. Davis is in trouble, and as is the title reign of Izzy James. If Burgos taps, it's all over for Izzy. Izzy grabbed the arm. Burgos was about ready to tap out Izzy, averting disaster, trying to protect his championship, making Burgos unable to capitulate. Davis looking to transition here, but gets sent over the top rope. Ooh, the small of the back crashing onto the unforgiving apron. Burgos, schoolboy, roll up on the champ, kick out by Izzy. Transitioning now, looking for perhaps a version of the Rings of Saturn. Now attacking the shoulders, the arms, and the back of the champion. Center of the ring, Izzy James has nowhere to go. And also no ability to tap out. If he's going to give up here, he's going to have to do it verbally. Referee's in perfect position, and Davis just bullying over, breaking up the submission. High impact offense for the most prestigious championship in the state of Texas as Burgos gets sent out onto the floor. Davis trying to isolate the champion. The Rottweiler looking for a huge opportunity here, perhaps gearing up for a huge spear. Sidestep by Izzy into a cartwheel. Rising knee strike by the champion. Double underhook. Down goes Davis into the cover, and Burgos is there to break it up. No, with a crucifix pin. 2 count on Izzy. Super kick, my goodness. Isolating the head. Izzy transitioning. Burgos with a counter of his own sends Izzy into the rope. Spring through. Boom! The snake bite out of nowhere. Burgos is down. And a big victory for Izzy James.
Here's our winner and still NWA Texas champion, the best in Texas, the Gutter Snakes, Izzy James.
Another huge victory here for Izzy James as he looks forward to competing in the Crockett Cup and again this Sunday at Big's Burger Joint as part of NWA Texas Dog Pound Championship Wrestling Paradox. Heck of a matchup. Great challengers coming in, giving everything they got. We'll see you next time here on Paradox.